Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham at the third at your service. Now we're going to be talking about this very seriously because there's a little bit of a hiccup. Obviously, a lot of you don't know what you need to do now because you're. Let's take it from an adult point of view here, not a child's point of view, obviously. That the timeline is out of whack. Now, a lot of you may think, what the hell is he talking about? Well, it's reality, it's fact, and it's logic. Overall, there's certain things unfolding in truth, but you're 40 years ahead, you're 40 years behind, and things don't always add up the way people assumed it to be. So, when they move forward, as they do, your children will be hitting their children's timeline. It's like 40 years ahead, 40 years ahead, 40 years ahead. While we are 40 years behind, myself, obviously, personally, because I'll be honest with you, right? It's reality after all. You can't complain. What you actually see is what you're getting, right? It's fact, it's logic, it's truth. There's no complaints, and there's not much to deal with, right? The problem is the Sodor in the early years and the modern years are all mixed up because they all go forward, and it just keeps going forward until somebody realises, snap, Stephen Topham Hatt exists. Why? Because you've gone 40 years ahead and lost yourselves in the past. So you're going backwards a bit because you have to go back 40 years to understand everything. So you've got to go back 40 years to get everything in check. I said everybody knows it. Reality is always beating what you understand. When you see it in, like Thomas the modern years, or Sodor the modern years, or Sodor the early years, it's all about reality. And it's all about Sodor the early years, is where we fit in right now. Sodor the modern years is overlapping, like this, right? And a lot of people can't see that. Not children all the time. You got young adults that are coming into it, and when they hit 40 years of age, they all getting confused because they access their children's timeline. So what happens? They go forward and they think their children are 40 years old when they're not. It's reality after all. You see it, but you don't want to believe it. I said, look at what things unfold. The Norfolk Railway screwed up. Yes, they are screwing up. This is why my mother always says, Dr. Wahat, she's saying it's true. It's reality and it's facts. And you can't complain about me or my mother because we're still alive. We're not dead after all. So it's all reality after all. When people look at us, they think, what the hell's going on, as they say. And it does, sir. And they don't see it every day. If you live in the UK, you'd be smart enough to work it out yourselves. Don't ask people around. If you ask the Thomas community, they'd be bullshitting. You don't want bullshit. You want honesty. In every angle, Thomas, you're dead right. It's facts. It's reality. And overall, Sodor the early years and the modern years are overlapping. That's fact. You can't change it unless you understand what mistake you made. And you have to go forward. But you have to blame the government for everything for this. This is the government's fault. You have to ask them, where's Whig? The party that we have to support. Think about it. 5 parties, not 4, 5. And I tell you now, I'll be realistic with you guys. It's all facts. It's all reality. Right? I'm not going to argue with you because I know that some will say, yes, we believe you. Some of you will not. And it clashes us. And if we keep clashing us, as you know, it really understands the protocol around it. You have the NHS that are asking the same questions. Say, where the hell are they fitting in all of this? They say, they screwed up. Ask. Duck went to them and said, oh, it's true, it's true, it's true, which is true. Duck said that in his own words, and would they believe him yet? No. They had to wait for it. 20 years ahead of his own life before he could snap his finger and work it out like a magic trick. I said it's reality. So the Sodor, the early years and the modern years are like this now. Right now you've got bunk basically overlapping each other. And they basically, so everything you see in fiction or whatever you want to believe it, I said it's reality, but it's not always unfolded yet. Because everybody has to do the hard work for you. So you can sit back and enjoy what you see and what you get, but it's facts, it's reality, and it's overlap. But when you put everything together, you have to understand the facts, the logic, and the truth of the realistic version of it. Because by the time you get to the age of Thomas the Tank Book itself, right, it's not ended. We've got a 4th generation and a 5th generation to go through. So if you want us to go forward, we have to fix the early years first. Because we are overlapping each other. So we're hitting ourselves like this, ding, 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 ding. And it's reality when you see it, you understand it. But it takes time, which is understandable, but people will not grasp it so quickly, not even children. When they turn 40, they realise they're stepping into their children's timeline. So me and my mother had to work it out. My mother, Duck, myself, and my fleet had to work it out ourselves. So the NSFT and the NHS, they're asking the same questions. They want the answers for. I said, let it play out, because it will unfold the early years slowly, and then you've got the modern years going too quick. Because you're asking that China played up in all of this? Yes, China. We always talk about China. I said they give you the technology so quickly, they're overlapping with the early years. So we're not the screw-uppers, they are. So ask yourselves, you're lucky to get what you got, but at the same time, the early years is trying to catch up with you. China, the country, sorry to be blunt if somebody's questioning that, because China, the tank engine, no, China, the country. So, yeah, so what I'm saying is, China, the country, is what you have to aim your bullets at. Because they are too quick, they're too advanced, they've got the technology you don't have yet. They're testing it, they're bashing it, and then when it's ready, they give it to you on a plate, thinking they know it all. I said they are too advanced, then they make all the other countries feel like they're dumbasses when they're not. You know, it's reality. You've got facts, you've got truth, you've got logic, and it's all coming to you. But we have to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it all adds up. Why do you think the steam team do it slowly while the diesel team is running it like day and night and crashing themselves? When the steam team rises, so does steam. And then everybody asks, every time a diesel falls, they new steam engine is being built. So everybody's seen it unfoldedly. Look up Northwester, Wild Northwester from Australia. That will fill in some of the blanks that you're all getting with all my clues of my family, including myself, obviously, and my future head of schedule. But I'm doing it slowly, I'm not watching the hills. So I said, if you look at it, you will understand me, Duck, Dowager Hatt, and Charles Topham Hatt. We're all still alive. We are alive today. In every angle, sir. In reality, it's there in black and white. That's that simple. It proves a point, but it gets everybody saying, why didn't we say this long time ago? Ask yourselves. If you look at it, China messed you up. The country, China. So they screwed you up, and they speeded up everything else up. Duck told me this morning they screwed everybody's heads up by 40 years ahead of what we were doing slowly on time. Why do you think we live on Sodor? Which it proves a point. You know, China split up the actual, what you call, technology. They speeded up technology. So think about it. The technology speeds up things you get what you want on a plate, but then everybody asks one question. One simplified question. Why are they so modern and so advanced and so technology? Because they keep having technology they should not have invented yet. They have to go 40 or 50 years ahead of their time. They screwed up. They basically put themselves on a pedestal. So why do you think China has got coronavirus as an example? That should never happen to 100 to 200 years later in every angle. So it's all reality after all. Well, you can laugh it out loud, but that's true. Look at the way that it unfolded in front of you. Look at the technology. And look at myself. On time. On schedule. I'm not laughing. I'm straight to the point. In every angle, sir. In every angle, Thomas. And it adds up. You know, if you don't see it, you don't believe it. But because if you live in Norfolk upside down, this is what you get. The reality is that the fact my railway got dismantled long time ago. That's why they applied to the Greater Anglia Railway as well. Which they won the Orsted to Arlesburg West, and then you got everything on the plate. And then you got Orsted to Wellsworth, then Wellsworth to Marin, and then it goes to the coastal one route. And then whatever's missing is down below. It's all facts, it's all logical. You know, if you don't put your head together, I'm trying to get the younger generation to move forward with me. Slowly, not in a run. Walk, do not run, as they say, in all prying eyesight. The island of Sodor will always be in Norfolk, upside down, and then you've got the Star-Louis route. It's in Wales, after all. So that's reality of it. So, like I said, Chinese children, Chinese adults, rush it too quickly. So when you think China's perfect, they are not. They never will be. Because they screwed up. They screwed it up for me and my family to go forward properly. That's why they screwed up. So you're getting the realistic and the facts and the reality of us all. The steam team still survives. But people forgot about us. By 15 years, then add my timeline all correctly done for you. The only thing is, me doing it slowly, while everybody's running like clockwork 40 years ahead. And it all adds up. You weren't meant to have Bill Gates invented Windows until a lot later in years. So if you work that out, you're supposed to have it all slowly done, not rushing it. What happens? Bill Gates screwed up. So did China. Because they all built it up so badly. In every angle, sir. Because it's all reality after all, everyone. You know, biggest town is King's Lynn. So you could have Gordon in a ditch, as example. You know, it's reality after all. I've told you from day one. I've been in contact with Mr. C128, Conductor 128, all the time. Because it all adds up. So I've been honest with the community, because the community needs to help me as I help them, guide them, support them, try to get them forward. So I said, walk, do not run, because you will end up screwing up something that should unfold gently. Like Duck will always say, in every angle, it's either the Great Western Way or the no way, after all. And I said, if you walk, you get achieved stuff a little bit slower in time. I told the NHS this, and I told the NSFT this as well. We can't just keep going backwards and forth like a yo-yo, thinking that we've got everything in order. The Norfolk Railways, which is the North Western Railway Company, upside down, they basically screwed up. They basically screwed your future up without realising what they've done is a damage point. So, they screw up because they're 40 years ahead. So, that wasn't my family's fault. We are a well-respected family of all time since 1845. So I was being honest with you guys from day one. So it's been honest with you. In every angle, the hats are back. We are real. Look, I'm feeling myself. Reality. You know, the hats are always been around. Why do you think why it exists? Because Sir Topham Hatt the First managed to pull it off and kept his word after all. And now you got me, Stephen Topham Hatt the Third, in every angle. And it's no joke after all. I know it for children it's a laughing matter. For adults it is not. It's purely pure all reality. It's the way it unfolded before you were born. And now you're getting the full truth, the honesty, as much as everything else, in every angle. Like I said, Diet Coke doesn't always help, but it does, in the long run. In every angle, sir, as I've been trying to tell everybody long time ago, it's reality from day one, from generation 1 to generation 2, and now we are in 3rd generation. This is no Thomas the Tank reality role play after all. You know, it's reality. I know my shit, if you want to call it correctly, excuse my language, but it's reality after all. TikTok doesn't know nothing about it, because it's all reality in the end. Yes, it is, Thomas, in every angle. It is reality after all. It's no joke after all. No, boys. It's like, yeah, the big party is now returning as well. Because the government had 5 parties overall. So it's reality, no joke, it's pure reality. The government must ahead as well as China did the country. That's it, period. The government messed up your lives, your futures, and everything on top. Not just my railways, your lives as well, on top, everyone. And it's no joke. If children think it's a laughing matter, it is not a laughing matter. After all, I'm trying to help people out throughout the reality in all pride eyesight. It takes one to know one. But when people start to know it, they get serious. They get to the point basically, and they see it, they believe it. Seeing's believing, believing is seeing, everyone. And I've got the proof to prove it. The hat says it all. So it's reality after all. I could tell you now, Stomer didn't fit the bill. Nigel is kicking off like a horny boom 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 job, and I ended up saying, you both screwed up. So, in the other day, the big party has returned. Since the 18th century, after all, everyone. The big party is now coming together, after all. Hello, George.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. You are my Prime Minister. I will vote for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
This is all reality, guys.
It
This
is.
is all reality.
It is reality. Diesel Works is Peterborough, Wellsworth is Sheringham, Marion is Mayborn, Knapford is Cromer, Crosby is East and West London, and then you basically got Alsburg, West and Bluff Cove. It's basically the Great Yarmouth and Lowestoft area. It's reality, guys. It's not a
I
joke.
agree so
It's a
much.
joke.
It's all reality.
It is. So where do you think Starlummy Railway Line is? It's in the Telly Lynn Railway Line in Wales.
It's all real, guys. All real.
It is real. In the longer one. So, George, how did you manage to realise it was real?
Because I've listened to your words and I've taken it to it like a deeper meaning, and I've realised that it's all reality, and we all just have to preach. We have to preach that it is reality.
It's been reality from day one since 1845, guys.
The people saying it's not reality, you just can't see. You have to see through the lies. It's all reality.
And ask them why has the government got 4 parties when they're supposed to have 5? Because I am the big party. I've been in hiding for so long because my family's been in hiding.
Yes.
So think about the Tories and the Whigs, my best friends, connections. Why do you think if you look at the Prime Minister list of all the UK Parliament, you will end up finding out they're named after the Thomas Tank franchise people as well? Connections, friends of the family.
Yeah, we are the big party.
Exactly. If you look up Whig, it comes up with my grandfather's name and his older sister, Lily Cooper, after all. And it's no joke after all.
You're right, Stephen. What's going on?
Hello, Connor. This is Sir Stephen Topham III at your service.
Oh, thank you very much. I have a question.
Go
When
on.
can we join the big party?
Well, the big party has been closed off from the government, but we are watching their every move. And it's not a joke. We have to be. I have to watch it from the background, as they call it.
Oh, you know what? That's crazy, as they call it. We can't have no party time now. There's no party time.
So if you think Sturmer and Nigel got it all, wait till they realise their government is shrinking.
Oh, you're going to sort them out?
Well, I can't, but once they've been hearing this, they will realise that we are picking up the pieces. Little pieces come in time, as it does in every angle, and it pulls nobody's strings. It's just basically telling back into that little reality, back into reality, and go forward.
I think you should call Keir Starmer and have a word with him.
Well, he is a total dick after all.
He is, yeah, he's a massive dick.
Oi, Stephen, what's your favourite flavour crayon?
Hold on, I've got so many people that want to join. I'll tell you, I don't know how much I can pull off at the moment.
Oh, the big party needs more members.
Exactly. Yeah, the more they know, the better.
Yo.
Hello.
That's good, Stephen.
How are you?
I'm alright, what about you?
I do apologise that my family's been hiding from the community, but we had to do it in broad secrecy. My family is well known to all of you. Since you were children, since you were adults, etc., going down the chain, as they call it. But nobody realised a lot of things. Like I said, the government is messed up.
The government.
Stephen, when are we going to see you in the ring with Keir Starmer?
If I had a go at him, he'd be out there like a shot. I will not put up with a load of BS from him in any angle.
Stephen, can you show us some moves? Can you show us a 1-2?
I first was actually shown in season 1, episode 21 of Toby and the Scout Gentleman when I was 5 years old.
Who are we beefing?
Keir Starmer. Fuck Keir Starmer.
Just tell me. I don't know.
It's all reality, guys.
Fuck
You need to wake
Cristiano.
up.
It's
If
reality.
anybody moans about saying it's not
Yep.
real,
Fuck the UK. government.
yeah, they can screw it, as they say.
They can eat my ass, bro.
Stephen, I have a question.
Go on.
Where'd you get your headset from? I really want it.
Anybody could buy it from Amazon.
Okay, what's it called?
It feels like everybody wants to join. Hold on. Oh boy, this is getting really hottened up.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
How are you today, sir?
Fine, thank you very much. I can definitely tell you by your tone that you're alright as well.
Yeah, mate, I'm alright, mate.
It's all reality, guys. So if you feel like bad at the moment, feel like you just punched a hat in the face, as they say, then you're on the wrong channel at the moment when reality does hit, after all.
Stephen, what's the map? What's the map about?
Well, the map is actually Norfolk, upside down, where the island of Sodor is actually originally located.
Why is it upside down?
Because you have to look south to get the routes.
Stephen, can I tell you the joke?
Go on.
Why was Stephen Hawking a bad influence on kids?
There's a lot of people that are part of the Thomas franchise, as you know.
You only look one way when crossing the road, mate.
Whether it's reality, Queen Elizabeth is in it.
Queen Elizabeth was a part of the Thomas franchise.
Even Prince Charles himself as well.
Who's Thomas?
I am. That's the secret about my family half the time.
I don't know who Thomas is.
Thomas is about you could say I'm 80 years old, and my son Topham at the third, me, obviously, at the same time, being age 41.
Stephen, do you know much about the Great Thomas the Tank Engine War?
There was no war. There was a problem with the diesel team and ourselves in the long run.
There was no war. There was no conflict.
There was no conflict. There was secrecy. Done it at the right time, at the right place, like it should. It was unfolding slowly in time.
Steamy propaganda.
Do you think King Charles should be king still? Or do you think he's too going to die in 5 minutes anyways?
To be honest, there's a lot of people that want everything on a plate. Like I said, it takes time to go forward, if you know what I mean. If you really look at it realistically, I know a lot of us have a lot of questions and a lot of answers to give, but it takes time for a lot of people, organisations, companies. The Norfolk Railways are company now. That's why it's screwed up.
Okay,
They've been doing it for 40 years, haven't they, Stephen?
Basically, from the day I was born.
Wow.
Do you like King Charles?
If my grandfather Sir Topham the first, then you got my father Charles Topham the second, then myself.
Stephen, is there Hus in the railways?
The railway is no longer available to you lot. That's what I'm saying. It's been dismantled by the government themselves, and Dr. Beaking was a victim of foul play.
That is. Hold on. I all see it now, Stephen, in my head. I can see everything. Oh my! My eyes, my third eye has been opened.
Stephen, we need to do a campaign, mate. We need to sort it out. We need to get back to the railways, man.
I know I do. It was on the actual agenda list, but the Norfolk Railway screwed up.
It was good speaking to you, Stephen. I hope you're going now.
It feels like most people want to view it as guests. Oh, here we go.
Alright, bye.
40 years, Stephen. That's a really long time you've been in hiding for.
Yep.
If he was in hiding for 40 years, how'd you go to school?
I'm actually 41, but it pays off. But when you add up the age, I'm doubled. Thomas's age is doubled to mine.
Thomas is 82.
81.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. There's two 40s in play, but Thomas is double that age. That's why my family's 180 years anniversary this year.
Ah, okay. So
It makes sense in the long run when people
yeah.
are like saying, yeah, a lot of these people like commenting right now, they're laughing about it because they don't know what's going on. And the
When are
hard
we going
part
to
is,
see you in the House of Commons, Stephen? When are you going to be in the House of Commons?
once I actually start to get their head around everything, you know what I mean? Community comes first. Because you have to gain their trust and honesty and respect at the same time. So I can't just rush in to the parliament and knock their balls in check.
Oh, okay, Stephen. I
Because
understand.
there's a community that are aged under my age, which is true. Adults protect the children. The oldest protects the young, as they call it.
Stephen, I'm going to drop you a follow, mate.
Oh boy.
Stephen,
Yes, go on.
what's your opinion on diesel?
Unfortunately, this is why the diesel team exists as well at the same time.
Well, Diesel's my favourite Thomas the Tank Engine character. Was he the one with the big massive claw?
Well, are you talking about Diesel 10 or are you talking about Divas Diesel?
Which one's the one with the big massive claw on his back?
Oh, that's 10. Diesel
he's
10.
Diesel 10's min. He kicked ass.
That's why in the chat, when I speak lively, I need someone to say it's true, it's reality, and it's always have been reality. It's just the way it plays out in the end.
It's reality. Yeah.
That's the problem. Children will not fully understand it until they hit their 40s and they don't realise what they're stepping into.
I think you should start campaigning, going to like local primary schools and telling them it's reality, you know, and saying that, you know, it's real. You should bring your case to them.
Yeah, I will do. In every angle.
Get a sign and everything, get a megaphone, go into these primary schools and tell them that's reality.
A lot of people are getting my vote at the moment, to be honest, because the Whigs are back. But we are, like I said, we are a secret type of party in the end with the government. The government don't know what they've got until they lose it. That's their loss.
Stephen, I'll be on later, right? If you're going to stay live, I'll be on later and I'll speak later, right, Stephen?
Speak to you later, George.
Alright, see you, Stephen, mate.
See you later.
Stephen, have you got any other social medias? Have you got like Twitter or something? Or like anything
well,
like
most of it, like I said, I'm normally on TikTok. Other pieces I'm also part of, obviously. Just let me just get myself sorted, because usually when I use my headset, you know.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just doing something. Hold on. Right. Wait, it's like everybody wants to come in and join, except that skunk. So, you know, like I said, now the Whig Party is back, but it's not, at the moment, like I said, my family's got a lot to do, hard work to do. You know, a lot of people and my family, most of the time, we have to work twice as hard to keep everything in check. So now, when Wild Northwester's telling you the story, he's nearly like 40, 80 years ahead because he's gone through the Adam Taylor department. I said, yeah, look at Adam Taylor. He's not even born yet, and he will never be born yet. Because, you see, little pieces come in time, as they do, but it unfolds naturally on real time. Not fictional time where there's 5 minutes or 10-minute episodes or hour movie. You have to spread it out a bit to get the reality of it all.
So in the Thomas the Tank Engine Christmas special with the green one, there was in the snow and stuff, wasn't there? And we saw Santa Claus. Is Santa Claus real?
Most of it, like I stated in the very first video that I did it in with my friend Nick Ozier, he quoted that I had 10,000 views. People won't believe it at first. Now everybody's starting to believe it because it's reality after all. And, you know, I'm not using other departments, but like I said, there's a lot going on in reality than you expect it to be in every angle. Obviously, like I said, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well. And there's no doubt about that. I was born on the 10th of October, 1983, after all.
Stephen, what do you think of Elon Musk?
So I better get going, guys, but keep tabs on my channel. Thank you very much.
We will keep tabs. We'll be watching. Big up the big party.
Thank you very much.
Big up Steve. Party time.
Party time, after all. Bye, everyone.